one thing I'd say is this, guys. I'd say this is remember things that people say to you online, okay? At the end of the day, I want to encourage you, if you receive a lot of harassment and you need to step away from the computer or things like that, you need to step away from Twitter, I encourage you to do that, okay? Everybody has a different tolerance level for negative things said to them that they can put up with, right? Everybody does, okay? Some people can take a lot of hate thrown at them. Some people can take very little. If you're one of those people who has thank you, JP464. If you're somebody who has a high tolerance for that, for people saying negative things for you, I'd encourage you to be a shield for other people. Again, don't put yourself in a bad situation, but I'm saying if you see somebody getting a lot of hate unnecessarily and you can reach out and lift up that person's spirits, that's a good thing to do to help lift other people up, okay? To provide encouragement, to provide words of kindness and support, okay? And just don't engage with it, guys. Don't engage with it. And so for all the things that we all agree are not okay, let's not engage in them, okay? Let's not engage in them. Let's not support it. Don't support people who are sending death threats to people. Just don't support that, guys, okay? Anyway, I could go on and on about this, but I felt like it's important to say that. And guys, if you are ever in the position, here's some more encouragement. If you're ever in the position where you are on the receiving end of that, remember that at the end of the day, the negative things that people say about you do not define who you are, okay? They don't define who you are. Hateful things people say to you don't define who you are. They're not who you are. It's your actions that define who you are, okay? Your actions make you, okay? Okay, not things people say about you. So if people say negative things about you or you find yourself on the receiving end of hate and you can't deal with it, take a step back from it and remember that does not define who you are, okay? And if you look at it through that perspective, for me, that can be very helpful to go, hey, people said these things about me, but I know that's not who I am. I am not, these things that people are saying. And a lot of times that can help you take a step back and deal with the situation. Just some advice. Anyway, remember, advice is like a tool in a tool chest. It may not work for a particular situation. It might work for another. Okay? Just giving you, so if you're like, that advice doesn't work. Yes, every advice to a certain degree is for specific situations, okay? So just keep that in mind. We need to take a stand as a community, as the Minecraft community, against any behavior that we don't agree with, okay? Because when we see that behavior, when we see our friends doing it, okay? Because remember, you can call out your friends. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you, Alakame. You can call out your friends' actions in private and in person very easily. If you know you have a friend who's engaging in that, you can pull them aside and you say, hey, listen, you've been doing this. I don't think you should do that, right? And you can have that conversation with them because they're your friend, okay? And I think it's important that we all do that, okay? Have those conversations with your friends, okay? And encourage them to spread positivity, to stop dragging people down, to encourage others, okay? Exactly! Be nice to people. Treat people the way you want to be treated, okay, you muffin heads, okay? And also Prime. Anyway, treat people the way you want to be treated. That is such a simple thing, okay? And I think, like, for me, I think I've seen... I don't know. For me, I think I'm definitely going to be careful with, again, I don't think I'm specifically going to call out individuals in the future, even if they think they're doing stuff wrong, because I'm starting to recognize that even though I do not want people to do things or send negative negativity or hate towards people, I do recognize that a certain percentage of people are going to do that. And even if it's a small percentage, right? And even if I wouldn't say that those people are my fans and I don't support their actions at all, I need to remember that that is going to be a thing. So anyway, just letting you guys know that. So I think that's important to recognize as a large content creator, that is a possibility. And that's something that I hadn't really thought a lot about. So exactly. If you're being a butthole Puffy, that's not really a language thing. If you're being a muffin head, you will make us sad. Okay, guys? Don't be a muffin head, alright? Be a good muffin. Okay, guys? Hearts. Can we get some hearts in the chat? So guys, be nice, okay? Be kind, be courteous, be polite. Because if you're not, I'm going to be very upset. Okay? Very upset. And one way you can help, by the way, everybody, is remember, engagement feeds engagement, okay? When you see a tweet where somebody is trying to attack somebody, right? Like that. The best thing you can do is to not like it, not retweet it, don't quote retweet it, don't comment on it, don't engage with it. Even if you engage with it just to say, hey, what you're doing is bad, don't do this, right? All you're doing is telling the algorithm on Twitter that this is something that should be shared, okay? And it shares that to more people, okay? Because Twitter likes when things get engagement. So when you see a post that's spreading negativity towards somebody, okay, you can help by instead, you can DM that person. And you can be like, hey, what you said isn't cool. Don't do that. In a polite way. Remember, criticism of people's actions good. Criticism of somebody, like the person themselves, you know, I personally don't think that's good, but anyway, just my 2 cents. Okay, point is, treat other people the way you want to be treated. Be kind, be polite, be courteous. Don't be muffin heads. Kind of sums everything up. I think it's important to remember that at the end of the day, you know, people are constantly changing, so our positions are never really set in stone. You know, I feel like over the past couple of years, I've changed a lot as a person. I feel like my beliefs have changed. The way I think about things has changed. I feel like I used to be much, you know, quicker to like, you know, meme. And I feel like I've toned down a little bit because I've understood like being on the receiving of that is not good. Anyway, so just something to keep in mind. Be kind, spread kindness. Don't support people who are spreading really harmful things to people. Okay? And remember, nobody's perfect, and have compassion for everybody, even people who are being muffin heads, okay? Because remember, that person on the other end of the profile picture or whatever, or the username, that's a real person. All you people typing in the chat, you're all real people, okay? It's important to remember that. It's easy to think that, you know, somebody you're saying something to, you may just think, oh, this is just a da-da-da-da-da. But no, that's a real person, okay? And when you say something hateful to them, you are saying something hateful to a real person, okay? And don't do that. And also, guys, I'd encourage you to, if you receive harassment or hateful things like that, I encourage you to, if you can, try to ignore it, okay? Don't take it to heart. Anything anybody says to you that's negative like that, it doesn't define who you are, okay? Don't take it to heart, okay? Just ignore it and move on with your day, okay? Try not to engage with that. All right. Regardless of who you are, because everybody needs love, everybody needs support. Okay, so if you're on the receiving of that, I know what that's like. It's not fun. I think everybody knows what that's like to some degree. And just support each other, guys. Anyway, and remember that nothing I said like applies like everything. So try not to be like, I'm gonna take this one little thing bad said, I'm gonna apply it to this other completely unrelated situation or specific circumstance. But take everything I've said with a grain of salt, but also take it to heart. Okay, let's go forward and let's try and make MC Twitter. Let's try and make it a positive place where we're encouraging people, and not a negative place where if somebody comes and says something bad about our favorite creator that we don't like, where we don't respond by sending them death threats. Let's not do that. Okay, guys? Or where we don't respond by sending them hate. Okay? Let's not do that. If somebody doesn't like something that you like or are passionate about, you can either A, engage in a discussion with them and talk to them, and you can be like, oh no, here's why my favorite content creators is really awesome, and here's why your argument isn't really the best. But don't just go and attack them, okay, for not liking something that you like. Okay, I love you all. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I'm ending the stream. Be kind to other people, okay? No content creators like seeing people hating on other people or seeing people receive a bunch of hatred. It's not cool. Okay, be kind. Okay. And again, I'm not saying I've handled this perfectly either, because I'm not perfect, and I've goofed up. Okay, and I haven't. I need to lead by example as well. So anyway, just a note. I love you guys. I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Thank you. Bye.